What's going on, everyone? This is Poem here with Late Night Gaming. I'm with Mcbober and Wooooo, and we're going to be discussing the Quicksilver pack release. We're going to be going through his character card here, his kit. We'll make a comment about his Nemesis set without going through it in too much detail. And then we're going to look at some of the aspect cards that are included in his pack. So we're going to be just discussing like our, just giving our general impressions of the card, just the playability, the power level, the design, that kind of stuff, the art. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start. Let's go left to right here. We got Petro Maximoff, civilian alter ego here, superpowered siblings ability, action, discard 2 cards from your hand, draw 2, draw 3 if one of Maximoff is in play, limit once per round. And then his hero form, Avenger keyword, 1/1/1 on the stats. Super speed, ability, response after you use one of Quicksilver's basic powers. Thwart, attack, or defense ready him. What are your guys' thoughts on the Quicksilver character here?
Obviously, that's a really strong ability, getting to use your hero twice. And what's noteworthy here is it's once per phase you can use this, so you can basically get a free defense during the villain phase, which is, I think, one of the biggest strengths of this ability.
Yep. I was gonna make a comment on that, but you got there first.
I think this might make him probably the best hero to play in protection if you're going for actually defending. Because for most heroes, it feels bad to defend because you're exhausted, but he gets to do it for free.
Right, he gets that. You give him the plus defense, abilities or upgrades and such, the armored vest, and then he, spoiler alert, has plus defense in his kit, the accelerated reflex, so you can really lean into that strategy. And there's some utility, it seems like, in his alter ego, to cycle your deck and find cards you need. There is one card in particular that we'll get to that you really want to, or actually a couple cards in his kit that you want to get to as fast as you can, so this can be beneficial for that reason.
Yeah, early game, it's like a mulligan of 2 cards, and then if you get Scarlet Witch in play, then it's a draw 1, which is also good.
Sweet.
Solid. Yeah.
What was that?
It's a lot better than a draw one if you have Scarlet Witch in play, right? Because card selections also.
Yeah, you still get the cycle part.
Yeah, you cycle and then you hit a 2 resource card or something, and it's like just a boon for your turn.
It's like a better version of Bruce Banner's ability.
And it seems like he's the kind of guy that really wants to start in the alter ego too, so that you can get that cycling, get the cards you really want, and then.
Well, conveniently, every hero starts in alter ego. So.
I'm just saying, like throughout the game, like you get your obligation and you're pumped, So.
From an art standpoint, I will say that his left leg there looks a little weird.
Right. Good observation. Looks like he looks a little better here on hyper perception, so let's talk about that one. The legs are a little bit more similarly sized. Okay.
It's perspective.
Although he's aged, 30 years here.
Yeah, there's a big difference in his age, the way he looks between these cards. Like his hero card, he looks fairly young, especially the alter ego side. But then if you look at like hyper perception, he looks like an old man.
Well, they take the art from a lot of different comics, so.
Yeah, it's just interesting. They don't have like a consistent time frame of the art they chose.
So this is now an art review. It's not.
Well, we said there'd be some art analysis here.
Well, yeah. I wasn't expecting you to have actual opinions on that. I'm glad you were able to You came in with that observation. So, all right. So he's got these 3 upgrades. We can talk about these together. You know, the plus thwart, the plus defense, plus attack. What do you guys think about these upgrades?
It pretty much allows him to specialize in whatever aspect he's playing. And plus defense is just always good because he gets that free defend.
Yeah, I mean they're exact clones of all the like the combat training, armored vest, and what's the justice one. But you get to play them alongside whichever other plus one, so his stats get kind of nuts. And in multiplayer, he can go absolutely insane if other people can also add upgrades in addition to these.
Yeah, getting him to 3 in a stat is huge with how often he readies and can keep being used.
Yeah, they're basically plus 2s, right? Every time you add any stat to him, you're actually adding 2.
So there's
right.
just some obvious like justice and aggression synergy for that reason, and defensive would appear as if.
Yeah, I think you could easily justify playing this guy in any aspect.
All right. Do you? I guess we'll talk about the crazy, the crazy card now here.
Yeah, I think this is the card that really makes him shine above all others.
This is, dude. This is one of the most powerful cards I've ever seen. Like, it's insane. It's just like pay 3 and then you get like 2 money from it every round. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's basically at least 2 resources you're generating, and then often probably more because you can play other cards that ready hit muscle.
I mean,
You should read the card, right?
that's true. So so it's a friction resistance 3 cost upgrade. Hero response: after you ready Quicksilver, ready this card. Exhaust friction resistance to generate a physical resource, because that can come in handy. You know, generating a physical for, you know, getting rid of upgrades. Dealing with, we were playing Claw last game, and he got that sonic boom, and I was able to use this physical for that. It's just, that's a relevant thing here. Yeah, so friction resistance. Don't leave home without it. You're gonna mulligan hard for this thing, and you're gonna play it every time you draw it.
Basically.
All right, let's talk about Speed Cyclone. It's got a flexible cost, and the hero action is to stun an amount of enemies equal to the cost that you paid for the card. Thoughts on Speed Cyclone?
I think this card's obviously pretty good. I mean, at worst, it's pay 1 to stun the villain. And then you have the flexibility of stunning minions as well if you need to.
Yeah, just very clean way to deal with kind of anything you need in a particular turn.
When we've made these videos in the past and we've given our analysis, we've always kind of talked about like cards that have some inherent like flexibility to them, being, you know, that giving them a certain bump in our assessment of them. So I think the ability to, yeah, if you've got a couple big, you know, big bad minions on the table, to, you know, stun them as well is pretty powerful. All right, so we've got maximum velocity here, 2 cost event. Max 1 per phase, that's interesting. So you can't play 2 maximum velocities on a turn. And you get plus 2 thwart, attack, or defense, and defense. That's interesting. Until the end of the round. Thoughts on this card?
I think this is a pretty essential part of his kit. It helps increase his stats to ridiculous amounts so that you can keep readying him and keep using it again and again. You can easily get him to 5 thwart or 5 attack, and then use him like 3 or 4 times and deal 20 damage. And it lasts till the end of the round, so that defense will carry over as well to his free defend of the villain phase.
Like the absolute floor for it is 2 cost 4 thwart or 4 damage, right? Because he gets his innate ready. But then every time you add always be running, which is the next card we'll talk about, but or any other readying effect, you're basically adding another 2 damage to this card. So if you like are able to ready 3 times in a turn, it was a 2 cost, deal 8.
It's almost like he would be good even if you didn't have the always be running card. Like he would still be a playable character.
Yeah, you might have to find some other effects to ready him, Earth's Mightiest and so on, which you might play anyways on top of other ready effects. But yeah, I think he'd still be okay.
So always be running. 1 cost event, ready Quicksilver. Pretty clear about what that's all about. Thoughts on this card?
Pretty simple. Does what it says on the tin. Lets you use his stats again that are pretty good. And then it combos pretty well with friction resistance because that'll ready that card as well when he readies. So it's basically free in that regard.
Yeah, there's just obvious synergy here with this. So you use the friction resistance to play and always be running. Then that readies Quicksilver, and then when Quicksilver's ready, then that readies friction resistance. You can use the friction resistance to play another always be running.
You can infinitely chain them.
It's crazy.
You just want to buff his stats as much as possible and have your teammates do it too, and these cards get absolutely out of control.
I mean, to a couple little stories. We played a couple games here with this guy. We were playing Kang Expert, and it was turn 3, and we went into the Kang side world, and I killed my Kang on my first turn. It's insane. And then a couple rounds later, we're going against Kang 3, and then I did 46 damage. It's just insane. He can just go absolutely nuts. But then on the flip side, we did try some heroic some gauntlet with him. We were gonna we had this plan oh, he's so busted. We're gonna play super hard. What is it heroic mode or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where you give yourself an extra encounter card, and we just couldn't really make it work. I think you got one. Did you get a win with it? Woo? Against
Not
Claw?
against Claw, no.
We couldn't get past Claw, and it was
well, not on Claw's normal deck, but
oh, okay, not with
Masters of Evil.
We couldn't do it against Masters of Evil. We tried, and then that crushed my dreams. But you were able to do it with a different modular or something. But he's not as busted in solo play. It seems like. All right, so we've got double time here. 2 cost event. Choose 2 of the following. You can deal 2 or remove 2 threat. Thoughts on this card?
I think you often don't play this card, and that speaks a lot to the strength of his other cards because paying 2 to remove 4 threat is pretty baseline. That's pretty much what you expect if you're playing Justice.
There's better ways, just better cards in his kit than this one, so it becomes situational. Do you want to chime in on this one, Woo? What do you think about double time?
No, I agree. I rarely ever play that card with Quicksilver. It's pretty averagey. Costed appropriately, but just doesn't really get there. Doesn't synergize with anything else he does. It might be a little better in solo play when early in the game when he's not set up because it does a nice chunk. But it's yeah.
I suppose it is noteworthy that it's not an attack to deal the damage, so you can get around retaliate. Because often retaliate is quite a problem for Quicksilver when he keeps repeatedly hitting people.
Right, so if you have a minion that has retaliate or something.
Or if you're playing against Zola.
Right. Alright, so we've got Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, 3 cost, 3 health, 1/1/1. When you use one of her basic powers, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, Scarlet Witch gets +1 to the power to that power for this use. Thoughts on this ally here?
I think like excluding the fact that it synergizes with Quicksilver's alter ego. It's a very random effect. On average, I think you'd probably assume she's doing about 2. I think like most cards in villain decks have it's probably an average of like 1 point something pips for most decks. I don't know exactly, but it's hard to count on it, so you usually want to start your turns with it. Like if you're gonna use her, do it early so that you kind of have the information. But then the fact that she also just like turns on Quicksilver's alter ego, I think basically means you want to just keep her in play after she's in there.
So we were talking a little bit about like how there's somewhat like weird design here where like if you wanted to actually play with like the Quicksilver hero and the Scarlet Witch hero that's going to be coming out, like you can't either, you can't play your signature ally, whereas like in the Ant-Man Wasp thing you can. So it's just something to keep in mind. It makes it a little bit awkward potentially to pair those two together.
Well, I think with Ant-Man and Wasp, their signature allies also you can't play together. They're the same characters.
Is that right?
They're not the same characters.
They're not?
No, because Ant-Man is Hank Pym.
Oh, I think you're thinking of the leadership.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I guess
you can't do it with them? Is that right? Oh,
yeah,
right.
I think the Wasp hero, her ally is Scott Lang as well.
Oh, okay.
And vice versa as well.
Feels like a small price to pay to have your alter ego always be active for Quicksilver.
Oh, yeah, you are right. Okay.
With Ant-Man and Wasp don't actually get any bonuses from.
Well, they have the team up card.
Yeah, they have one team up card, and it's the only thing that gets a bonus from it. While these guys have, I don't know, Scarlet Witch's hero.
I guess it's like weird design here too, then, because it's like you and your buddy sit down to play, and then one of you wants to play with Ant-Man and Wasp or with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and it's like it's just awkward, man. I don't know what else to say. I feel like they should have a different signature ally, but that's just me.
So they have to be able to turn on their own ability when they're not playing with each other.
Then sit down with your buddy and
I feel like it should do something when you play. Like there should be some effect you can like discard the ally that's the same as the hero from your hand to do something like ready them or give them a card or do something. I don't know. The fact that it's just a dead card and you have to just use it as a resource is a little weird.
It's a wild resource.
Yeah, it's not terrible. A resource is a resource, but it's still a card you can't play.
Maybe if they made it like a 2 resource card or something like that, that could be cool. But anyhow, we're off the rails here. I'm sorry, guys. So we got Serval Industries, 1 cost support, location, alter ego, action, exhaust to shuffle 2 Quicksilver cards back into your deck from your discard pile. Thoughts on this card?
I'm not a huge fan of it because it doesn't give you immediate value, but it does help you set up for big turns later. Like you can throw all the always be runnings back in your deck, so that when you get to the bottom, you can have a huge turn where you draw all those in a maximum velocity.
Yeah, it's a little weird, a little awkward, but it's a 1 cost card that you can kind of, if you got an extra buck or something, you can slap it down. I don't necessarily prioritize playing this thing when I draw it, though.
I don't either. I often don't play it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played that card. It's okay. It's like filler.
All right, so before I mean, I think we kind of talked about Quicksilver. We think he's pretty good. Can play him with a lot of different aspects. One thing to keep in mind here, can you talk a little bit about his we're not going to show it in case people want to be surprised when the Nemesis shows up, but his you want to speak to the Nemesis set, Mcbober?
Yeah, I'll say that I think his Nemesis set is probably the most punishing of any hero's Nemesis set thus far. It has a lot of immediate impact as soon as it hits the table. And it's definitely something to watch out for if you're playing as Quicksilver.
Okay. So let's go through. We've got cards that were included in the pack. So let's go through these protection cards real quick. So you've got a never back down event. And when you would defend, you get +2 defense. If you take no damage, stun the attacking enemy. Wow, so the stun could pop off if you're able to set that up. Thoughts on this card?
I'm not usually a big fan of the defense events because defending usually doesn't feel very good. But if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Quicksilver. So that's the card for him to play.
Mm-hmm.
So you would include this in a Quicksilver Protection deck?
Definitely.
All right. Would you put this in any of your other protection decks?
Probably not. Usually in other protection decks, you want to play the events that ready you after you defend. That's more valuable than a stun most of the time, I think.
Do you agree with that, Woo?
Yeah, no, that's. Yep. I'm
All right. None of us are big protection guys, so we'll just move through these pretty quick, I guess. Sidestep, 1 cost event. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3. If you paid for it with a energy, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Thoughts on this card?
I would never play this card.
It's a coaster.
Never play it.
I believe there's already a protection card that blocks. It gives you +3 defense, and it costs 0. So, yeah.
How's the
really
art,
get
at
it.
least? If it's going to be on your kitchen table as a coaster.
Hey, the art's okay.
Deal 1 damage to an enemy.
It's not exciting. There's no background, but
Oh, and it's got Wasp on it, so it's like Wasp's ability where she deals a damage. The hero form.
All right, so we're not too excited about that one.
Kind of.
All right, Nerves of Steel, play under any player's control, so you can give them out to your friends. Max 1 per player. Exhaust Nerves of Steel. Generate a energy resource for a defense event. Thoughts on this card?
You'd have to really be playing a lot of defense events to justify this, which is possible. You might build a deck around this. It's definitely a card you have to build your whole deck around to play, but it's not worthless. It's just so rare that you actually play a defense event-oriented deck.
Yeah, I mean, but definitely keep an eye out for it for future releases.
Yeah, if we get a hero with like a really good 1-cost defense event, that might be good for them.
Do any heroes have that right now?
Or defense events that you can play on your actual turn.
Hardly any heroes have defense events with a cost. Like, there's some 0-cost ones. I think Miss Marvel has a 0-cost, Spider-Man has a 0-cost, but there's not a lot of defense events with costs. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
All right, so it's a card to watch out for, and there's going to be some deck builders out there that are working on that one. All right, we got Warlock, 3-cost ally, 3 health, 1/1 on the stats. Spend a mental resource, heal up to 2 damage from Warlock. And that's an action, so you don't... So, I don't know, I guess you could do it twice if you really wanted to. If you had extra health on him somehow, you could do it twice. Thoughts on Warlock?
I really like Warlock in a multiplayer game, or if you're playing Spider-Woman, where you can throw some upgrades on him. That's really where that infinite health will get the most value, is when he has higher stats.
Yep, you need to do some work. Otherwise, you shouldn't really spend resources to heal a hero that has one as its stats. So but yeah, you need to gear it up. The protection's not really a gear it up kind of aspect, so that leaves you either playing Spider Woman, where you can like combine it with leadership cards, or multiplayer, like you said, where other people can gear them up.
I
I
think I was
think
like,
he's the
yeah.
kind of guy who might get better too as the game goes on and we get more upgrades for allies. Like he could even potentially play the aggression upgrade that gives +2 attack and +1 consequential, just because he can heal that easily.
There's that aggression upgrade is allowed to be put on allies.
Yes, it is only for allies. It's a card I don't think we've ever used. What's
Oh,
that thing called? Enraged.
okay.
It's given ally +1 attack, but they take +1 consequential damage when they attack.
Okay. So a deck builder out there might try to make that work.
So yeah, if you're in a multiplayer game and you can get like every upgrade on Warlock, he'd be pretty good.
Is there upgrade limits in this game? I don't think there is, right?
No, there's not.
All right. So we got multiple man here, 1/1, 2 health, 4 cost, and it's a response here. After multiple man enters play, search your deck and hand, not discard pile, for a copy of multiple man and put it into play. Shuffle your deck if it was searched this way. Who wants a sandwich? Is the quote. Thoughts on this guy, or these men, rather?
So my first impressions when I saw multiple man is that he was really good because the response triggers when you get the other multiple man, so you get all three of them. The problem though is while that's really good early game, like turn one if you can do that, late in the game it's really hard to run into a situation where A, you have no allies in play, so you can play 3 allies, and B, there's no multiple mans in your discard pile. And that's so situational that I actually find it pretty difficult to play this guy most of the time.
I think he's kind of nuts, but yes, has some problems, I guess. It's just that getting 3 of those out for 4 cost is obscene. But
Oh,
like
it's great when you can
the
get it.
high roll is huge, and the downside of this is just a resource. Like cards downside isn't that bad because you can always just use them for resources. So
Is he still worth playing if you can only get, like, let's say, like one other guy, and you can have like 2 of them for 4?
I wouldn't really. No, I don't think so.
yeah,
I say this dude was when I kind of had that feeling right at the beginning when we first saw him and tried him out. Like, I was thinking he was just gonna be just tier 1, just so crazy. But like, I've definitely experienced some of the things that Mcbober's talking about, where it's just really hard to get him to go off. Like, he's powerful in the early game because he can help you stabilize. Like, he can just build a wall of dudes, and there's a benefit there of that. You can protect. You can use them to block for your friends and stuff. It's pretty good if you can get them like turn 1, maybe turn 2. But as the game goes on, it's just so awkward. I don't know, man. Yeah, I've definitely kind of hot and cold with this guy, and he's kind of in the doghouse right now. I guess all of them are. They all have to squeeze in there.
That's a crowded doghouse.
All right, let's go through some of this other stuff here. So we got Civic Duty, Adrenaline Rush. They're both upgrades. They give you +1 thwart, +1 attack here until the end of the phase. It's a hero action to proc that. Thoughts on these upgrades?
I mean, obviously, this is something I think you would only play with a hero who readies a lot, like Quicksilver. And even with Quicksilver, I don't think I'm a big fan of these cards. I usually would not include them in my deck.
They let you set up some absurd turns, so it's interesting. Like you get all three of them in play, then the next turn, plop them all down.
I think you just run one of them, like depending on if you're doing justice or aggression or whatever. Like you kind of like with Quicksilver need to kind of like lean in on like what you're really what your role is on the team and like what you're trying to do.
I think if you're trying to like make a YouTube video where you one shot the villain in one turn, you get like 3 of these in your deck, and that's really what these are for. Otherwise, in regular gameplay, I don't think setting up for this one big turn really is worth it.
I thought one-shotting on YouTube is regular play.
It helps you get the subscribers, but yeah,
That's what I'm doing wrong.
I still put these in my Quicksilver decks. I mean, you know, I don't necessarily put both of them, but like I said, if I'm playing like aggression, I'll typically put these in, or justice, I'll put this one in. So, although we just played a game, I didn't have it in there, so I can't really. Yeah, a card that may go in one character's deck is probably not really worth continuing to talk about. But how is the art on Adrenaline Rush, though?
I mean, Rocket looks a little weird there, but I think that's the point of it. I will say I don't like. I know this is pretty consistent in the comics, but I don't like Rocket having those glowing red eyes. I like his MCU look of looking a little bit softer. He looks a little creepy. That's all I'm saying here.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we got beat 'em up, 2-cost event, basic. Deal 1 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with you. Thoughts on this card?
Obviously pretty bad. Maybe you could play it against Ultron, but otherwise I think it's mostly unplayable.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit like disingenuous to like put a card into your deck like once you know which villain you're playing, just attack against them. I don't know. I guess we do it with like Squirrel Girl, but
I mean, if you're going in with the mindset of that you're playing Lord of the Rings, where you have to do that all the time, then maybe you could get behind this card. But you don't usually have to do that in Marvel Champions. You don't have to build your deck to fight the villain specifically. From an art standpoint, that dude in the background with the super wide eyes, it looks a little weird.
yeah. But She-Hulk looks cool.
Yeah, she looks okay.
All right, we got Order and Chaos, the team up card, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, max 1 per deck. Keep that in mind, 1-cost event here. Hero Interrupt. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effects, then deal 2 damage to the villain. Thoughts on this one?
I mean, that's obviously a great card. Cancels are already really strong, and this deals damage on top of it. I think this goes automatically in any Quicksilver or Scarlet Witch deck.
Yep.
Yeah, I see you with these cancels, Mcbober. Like, you just you draw them even though they're played on the villain turn, like, and you prioritize like keeping this in your hand, and so you can play it on the when the villain gets their shot at you. Makes sense. Power completely cancel a treachery. And it's not even yours, right? It's like it can be any.
Yeah, any.
It's pretty strong.
These effects get better in multiplayer where there's a higher chance that a treachery actually will be revealed, of course.
Makes sense. Let's look at Brute Force, 1-cost, aggression upgrade. You get +1 attack. Your basic attack gains piercing, force response after you make a basic attack. Discard Brute Force. Thoughts on this one?
Unless we get a villain who like always has tough all the time somehow, I don't think I would ever play this card.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever going to play this card.
No, I made my deck with that card. It's my favorite card.
Like, you made a whole build around for this, right? To just get the +1 attack and then
But never attack.
but never
Yeah,
make a basic attack or something.
yeah. It works with what's that card that the counter attack and protection? So it had to be Spider Woman. That deals damage equal to your attack, but it doesn't make a basic attack. So the idea behind this awful deck is to stack as much power onto your hero and then try to like one shot your
And then just like
opponent,
waste an hour of your friend's time
basically.
during the game.
Now it's bad, but maybe in the future they will. I was actually surprised that I couldn't find a single aggression card that was like deal damage to the enemy equal to your attack. That seems like a card that should exist. If cards like that start existing, then I'd consider, because this isn't like max 1 per player. You could stack it up. It would just sit there, and then you would
If you could make it, if there was a card that lets you make an attack or do damage based on your attack or something, could see that making sense. But yeah, it's a coaster.
Seems like they're really valuing the piercing, and there's just not that many cases where you need piercing. Like, I think if this card cost 0, it would still see almost no play.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it looks awful. I don't.
How's the art? I mean,
It's okay, I guess. I mean, Hulk's not the hardest guy to draw. He looks a little weird there, but it's fine.
Hulk's so bad that he's like ruining other cards now. It's not just his own shit.
all right,
He looks like he's maybe got like a mohawk there, or like the hair on the sides of his head are shaved, and he doesn't usually have that going on, but you know, Hulk's the kind of guy where his proportions and consistency is not paramount when you're drawing him, so you can get away with that stuff.
All right, we got United We Stand. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. So you got to make sure you're playing this in your hero mode. And hero action, heal 1 damage from up to X friendly characters, where to a maximum of 3. X is the villain stage number. Thoughts on United We Stand?
I think this is a great card. Assuming you're playing expert mode, which a lot of people pretty much only play expert mode, it's going to be heal 2 or heal 3 for 0 cost, and that's great. Just heal your allies, and that's what leadership wants, is to heal their allies.
Mm-hmm.
This card is so freaking good, man. It's absolutely insane. You can play Voltron decks in leadership now without even like having med teams. Like, there's enough there with like Honorary Avenger, United We Stand, First Aid. Like, you can get the reinforced suit. Like, you can literally sustain several Voltrons and not even need med team because of this card. It's crazy. I'm a big fanboy. I love it. This has made my life better. This card has really upped, you know. It's been quite a boon. It's given me lots of enjoyment there. Sense of Justice, 2 cost upgrade. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player, and it's gonna get exhausted to generate a mental resource for a thwart event. Thoughts on this one?
I think it's pretty good if you're playing a lot of thwart events. That's reasonable to include this. It's basically like martial prowess, where for that you need a lot of attack events, and for this you need a lot of thwart events.
Yep. Good card, just not auto include. You have to really want that effect.
I think it would be good in Miss Marvel, which is probably why she's on the cover there.
I think this one's pretty solid. I mean, there's a lot of really good cards in Justice, though, where you can like do a fair amount of thwarting in that aspect without necessarily doing it with events, though. So you'd have to really, yeah, I guess Miss Marvel is kind of, a deck where you'd want to maybe be thwarting more with events.
Yeah, and she already
the-
has thwart events in her kit, which helps.
Right, and she just has that, like, is it shrink or whatever?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, we went through the whole kit. I hope you guys are, as excited as I am to, be playing this guy on our stream coming up here. And
Yeah, he's pretty sweet.
it's pretty legit. Cool. Any closing remarks here on Quicksilver?
Not me.
Yeah, I think we covered everything pretty good.
All right. I think I'll just end this video unless you guys, we're going to play. Are we going to play? I guess we should have figured this out before we started recording. I can end it here. We could do what we did last time and just say, like, okay, all of the really hard-hitting analysis is over and we're going to play a game, and if you want to stop watching, now would be a good time to stop. But we're going to play a game with Quicksilver. Is that what we're doing?
If that's what you guys want to do, I'm down for a game.
Sure.
Sweet. Let's clear this mess. All right. Someone want to pilot the man himself? I just got to play with him, so.
I'll leave it to one of you guys.
Well, you got a Quicksilver deck, you like?
Yeah, I've got the only deck I have is the one that we were trying to do heroic with. It's the only one saved right now. Did you want me to do protection or?
Yeah, let's see that protection deck.
Okay. Do one of you have one built already, or?
Yes. You can look through that and make any changes to it.
Sure, give me 1 second.
Which aspect are you playing, Mcbober?
Good question. I think I might go for Spider Woman protection leadership. I'm going to try to do some of that Voltron action on Warlock.
All right. And I'll play Miss Marvel since we were just talking about her.
I think you're on the wrong playmat there, Woo.
I'm on the wrong playmat.
Oh, that's not Woo. That's Paul.
Sorry.
Oh, that's what happened. You spawned a Miss Marvel into my bag. I got confused.
Sorry. All right. I'll queue up something kind of difficult. I think we got some decent decks here.
Oops. I hate that new feature.
Let's do Ultron. The man, the myth, the legend. So Mcbober, we can create a drone for ourselves here. And then
All right.
I shuffle in his obligation. He's got 9 health. So you get the Hawkeye.
You built a Quicksilver deck and you didn't put Order and Chaos in it.
This was from the video that we were doing, so
Oh.
I was just playing solo. But yeah, I guess it probably should have been in there. I'm glad you're updating it to your specifications. Mcbober, is Warlock your only protection ally? Does we need to know what you're running there?
I think I have others too. I don't run multiple man. I think I have probably the other good ones though. But I mean, I don't have to play them if he's got them in play.
Alrighty.
So if I saw there where you're not running multiple man in your deck, is that correct?
That is correct. I think you do need to build around it a little bit. And I have too many allies in here to.
Well, you're gonna want to make a drone there, and hey, check me out, Nick Fury.
Oh, I also have Nick Fury. I want to go first.
I think Mcbober would go first because he has Maria Hill. That's how we would have decided that.
Fine.
Yeah, she might be in here.
Come on, man.
I don't remember if she is or not. I built this deck a long time ago. All right, let's look at the top card of the encounter deck. All right, flip to hero form. Play finesse. Play warlock. Kill my drone.
Oof.
That's a rough one to lose. Let's kill Pietro's drone. That is it.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I could have saved a mental card. Let's save the mental card since I can use that to heal. Sure, I'll use that to heal warlock.
Do you want to play Fury?
No, it's okay. I've got Scarlet Witch.
Okay. board. It's like I can't afford the helicarrier and the 4 cost.
Did you do Teen Spirit?
Yeah. Got Bruno. Dumbass. This guy's a loser.
It's not very nice.
I think I'm just gonna do something like this. Who wants more recovery? I'm gonna give it to
Quicksilver, maybe?
I know he has it in his deck, but I'll hook him up.
Yeah, I do have one, so I guess I'll just give it to someone else.
Don't forget you have a drone.
I did forget that. I think he's just gonna hang out, and that's it. Your turn, Woo.
So, this which it's actually kind of awkward. Right? I can't get witch and a resource generator down. Everything I have is expensive.
But you could play Scarlet Witch on the new superpowered siblings. You'd have to dump your whole hand for that, though.
I think I'm actually just going to do it regular style to see if I draw a double resource, which I do not. I'm supposed to flip this. Yeah, for 2. Yeah, for 1. And that's it.
Three threat. He's gonna attack Spider Woman. Gonna make a drone. 4. He's gonna take it. Okay. All right. I'll get attacked.
What? I'll block the drone. Oh no, I'll block my own drone later. Sorry. Changed my mind.
I guess we both have the same recovery now, so. Okay.
So he comes after me. I don't have clear defend. And then I will block the 1 damage from the drone.
We each make a drone.
One to each friendly.
Things I really want to play. Yeah. guess, plus attack. Nothing left to thwart, I guess. I'm just going to hang out. That's it.
So armored vest. Oh, wait. This thing. This is so awkward. Yeah, I'm done. Guess. Thinking if I should flip or not. I'll stay.
All right. Let's spend 2 mental and exhaust. Get rid of this upgrade. Then I'll do contaminant immunity. Let's see if I could have saved a mental resource there. Nope. Kill a drone. And that's all I got. I wonder if finesse could be used to pay for Warlock's ability. It's so unclear what finesse actually does. I have no idea if that. I don't know if it's only when you play a card from your hand, or if it works for abilities on aspect cards too.
It looks like it should work.
Yeah. Do we want to play it like it works?
Yeah, I mean, for an aspect card, I mean, isn't this an aspect card?
It
And
is.
it's for an aspect card's ability. You're not paying for the card though. So
It doesn't say pay for the card.
Yes, it does. This is an aspect card.
Generate a resource for an aspect card.
Yeah. Not an aspect card's ability.
It doesn't say aspects card's cost. Doesn't say anything. It just says for an aspect card.
A question for the rules experts out there.
Undefined.
Or however you guys want to play it, I'm good either way.
I think it'd be more fun if it worked. Let's just have it work.
All right, I'll use it to heal Warlock then. And I'll stay in hero form.
All right. I added the 3 threat. I'm going to get schemed on for 5. And that's going to advance him. So we each get a drone.
Yeah, he makes one at the beginning of every. Well, either threat or.
And then he's going to attack Quicksilver.
Did your drones scheme?
So this one did. And then I guess it advanced. And then does this one then still scheme?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
Can I get a blocker by any chance? Or...
Well, you have 2 defense.
I'm gonna have 4 drones in front of me too, so.
Um,
And he's gonna hit for 7. So
oh, he's gonna hit for 7 right now. Okay.
attack 6 plus boost.
I could use Miles, or we could take it on the Spider Woman tough.
I'm already getting hit, so that'll be using my tough for that.
All right, I'll use Miles. So, do you get the drone, or do I?
The drone. She initiates against me. But there's the boost. And then I'll take 3 and defend against one of them.
All right, he attacks me. Tough blocks that, and then 3 from the drones.
Just realized you'd be dead if he boost carded a concussive blast, right? Because that would clear the threat. The tough.
Yep.
Crazy. All right.
Ultron's pretty tough.
All right. So Wu's turn here.
Alright, what are we gonna do about all this stuff? There's a friction resistance over here. Okay. I guess kill a drone.
Do you ready?
I guess I should probably get this down. Then ready. Kill a drone. Play this. Kill a drone. Flip. Okay.
All right. Let's play Helicarrier. My Helicarrier is available for whoever wants it. Like I said, you go. I can look at the top card of your deck too if you care. I don't know if that's going to matter though.
I don't think so. Jesus, so many good cards. Jesus. It's all my good cards at once. Getting impatient with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put her on the bottom. think I'll be able to get her. Alright, so we do assault on NORAD. I'll take a drone.
I'll take a drone.
So will I.
He's going to scheme against Pietro.
Wait, no. First she's. Oh, I am. All right. Two from the drone.
Alright, he's going to attack me. I'll make a drone. He's got 4 attack. Plus these 2 guys. I think I'm going to need to defend this. Alright. Counter cards?
Oh yeah. I am first. Okay.
We each discard 3 cards.
Discard. Oh, Mills. Okay.
Okay, 1 damage to each friendly character.
Did Quicksilver take 1? Okay. Okay. It's Fury time. Let's go team training. Sure, I got the top card in the deck. It's 2. I think I'm just gonna heal. Flip. Let's go Honorary Avenger on Warlock. Sky Cycle on Warlock. Heal him. Let's use the Sky Cycle and kill both drones.
Nice.
That's not the right counter type. Alright, in Fury, we'll just thwart for 2, I guess. That's it for me. Helicarrier's available.
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking so hard. Let's clear the area for 2. And then let's looks like clear the area of shrink. And I'll draw a card. I know this card is Nokia. Or actually, I was going to put Nokia, but I can put something else, I guess.
Could turn the tide here if you wanted to.
Yeah, I can turn the tide right now, too. Alright, I'll turn the tide. Yeah, let's just kill a dude, I guess. I wanted to not exhaust because I was going to recover, I think.
I'll be right back.
So that gives me 3. But I'll still do it. I don't know what this card is, though. But Teen Spirit. I already did a mirror. Oh wait, I was supposed to draw this off of a mirror. And then Teen Spirit was
Yeah.
on that. Okay, that's it.
Start with a recover. Oh, there's all my double. There they are.
I think you should have cycled Ironheart because I played her.
Oh, you played it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do a take back on the energy barrier.
Sure. Not sure that'll end up making it, but you just have the option. Okay, so definitely want to get Sinew down. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have to do assaults on NORAD. Threat's already pretty high. Probably just need to take the drones. Let's see, Mcbober takes a drone. I take a drone. And then Mcbober gets attacked. That will generate a drone. He'll defend with his Nick Fury. And then he'll take 2 from his drones. I get schemed on for 2 plus 2. And then you get attacked. I have the Iron Heart for you.
Yeah, let's do it. He has 2. Then, so I'll defend against one of these drones, which then lets me draw a card. And then I'll block damage from another one and deal the one to the third one that won't attack me. Thanks. Shadows.
Discard the top card of each player's deck for each ally and persona support in play. So
One
I
ally.
have 2 personas. Mcbober has an ally.
So it's a 3.
So we each discard 3.
So
Okay. And then
so then we go back
we
to
just
Mcbober.
go back to him. So we each get a drone. Alright, so we have to get rid of the environment for sure. I guess speed is good here. Speed is always good. So let's do Team Spirit. So Snake Bite is pretty good as well. Let's play the speed. Oh, Nick Fury? Shoot.
Nick Fury every day.
Oh wait, I'm gonna exhaust Nokia here. I think I want to keep the sneak by. So we'll do the Fury. That's interesting. So can I clear the area efficiently? Yes. So 2. Do clear the area, I'll shrink. Get rid of that. That'll draw me a card. Guess I probably could have thought about Ultron Drone's environment. But what else do I got here? I can play another ally. That's probably what I should do. Although I still have a biokinetic polymer suit that I'm losing value on.
Oh, what are we gonna do about all these drones?
I don't know. I should have flipped, yeah. So I'm gonna do attack with this guy Actually, this dude isn't that big of a deal. He's not really that big of a deal either. So why don't I just do thwart? And then I'll thwart for 4 with speed. And that's it.
Okay. So I'm gonna discard 2, drop. So I've got 2 attack, 2.
So if you, is there a way that you can get rid of this this environment?
I'm back.
1 of each.
Like, I guess it's kind of too late here. Just seemed like stuff was flying down and that's pretty fast.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't anymore.
We're leaving you hanging on the environment, Mcbober.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I got other things I need to play. I need to play pheromones. I guess I probably can't if I need to go to the environment.
I think you still can, right?
I doubt it.
You have finesse, helicarrier for the pheromones, and then you need yellow, blue, red.
The hard part is I'd have to use the power gloves to get rid of the drones, and that's like an extremely good upgrade for Warlock because it kills a drone every time I use him. It's like 2 drones a turn. That's definitely not ideal. We couldn't work it out with Quicksilver over here, huh?
I messed up, but it was. Oh wait, no. Oh no. Yeah.
It was kind of a slop fest, but it happens to the best of us.
Basically. All right. I'm gonna thwart with Scarlet Witch.
Did I go through my deck? Is that what happened here?
You did.
Did I get an encounter card for that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, is it my turn?
We've got an Iron Heart still, it looks like.
Okay.
Are you filling the environment?
Oh man,
If you are, I'll ping a drone because it'll die. But otherwise, I'll just do it.
It's probably good to ping a drone anyways. It'll eventually matter.
There you go.
Are you really considering not getting rid of that environment?
I am considering it, yeah. Just doing the math. I guess I gotta get rid of it. That's a tough loss. So this thing dies. See, I played just a blue card. It's tough because I gotta like overkill these drones. Or I could just thwart. It's tough they kill one. I do play Maria Hill. I think I'm gonna heal. And does anybody need a drone killed? I guess you guys are okay. I'll just kill mine.
Yeah.
Stop it from thwarting. All right, that's it. Do the other power gloves. That's lucky.
All right, assaults on NORAD. I've already got quite a large number of dudes here.
I'll make a dude.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna put the tooth rat.
Look at the guy.
I get attacked. I make a drone.
He's stunned.
Oh, perfect. And then I get hit for 5.
So you don't get the drone.
I get hit for 4. Perfect. Fantastic. So we're gonna go to Quicksilver now. He's gonna be attacked.
Yep.
And,
I've got defense 3 here.
I mean, I've got the Nick Fury. He does like to be used.
Then have Nick Fury take this.
If you want to get your drone ready to go there, it's gonna kill the Fury.
Cool. So now this army. So I'll defend against advanced and draw a card. This one hits me and I'll prevent that damage and shoot this one with it. And then the third one hits me.
You could kill my drone if we don't want him to scheme.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do also. Yeah. And shoot that one.
And he's confused against me.
I'm like, sorry, I'm kind of out of it right now.
So the villain attacks me. I can make a drone. Looks like I'm gonna need a defender. I'm thinking maybe Ironheart is the weakest link here.
Yep. Oh, good. No giant robot for us.
All right, Quicksilver's encounter card.
Everyone make a draw.
One more drone over here for Miss Marvel. And I got an advanced drone. Okay.
All right, let's see what Quicksilver can do.
Oh, you know, you could have canceled the everybody gets a drone card with Order and Chaos.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be worth it, to be honest.
Kill 3 drones, deal 2 damage to the villain.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. So, do I finally have a maximum velocity turn? Okay. So let's, I think I'm going to try to clean up some threat here. Wait. What am I doing? Okay. Now I'll punch this one.
I think that gives you a drone.
Okay. Let's see.
I know you don't like Serval, but it is actually playable here compared to the other cards.
I mean, maybe it's worth flipping this turn to try to find more action, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can always draw more cards before you see if you need to play Serval or not.
Yeah, so there's nothing left to do in hero form. Let's toss Perseverance, and this is a hero action. Draw 3. Ugh. Alright, well, I guess we will be playing Serval. And I guess downtime. And this is how many? 2? Always be running. Always be running. So Shuffler going to bottom.
Shuffle.
I don't think I've ever played that card. I think that's it. Well, now I can use Scarlet Witch. I'll go at the big drone here. 3 damage.
I think that's it for him.
Okay.
Yep.
Flip. Let's play Captain Marvel. Let's throw Power Gloves on Warlock. Inspired on Captain Marvel. Finesse to heal Warlock. Okay, playing 2 aspect cards or just 1? Was it just below? Yeah, just below. Alright, Warlock will kill the drone, and then deal 1 to kill this guy. Ready him. Can you deal with this Thomas Edison easily? Like, I only have sources at 2 damage.
Your source of 2 damage is helpful on the Thomas Edison, I guess.
Alright, so you're
More
not like
so
gonna
than
big hands him or something. That was the only question there.
Big hands.
Well, you can't hurt him while you're engaged with the minion, right?
Alright, we gotta kill all the other guys. Okay, so let's kill 2 of these guys with Thomas. I mean, with Warlock. I guess I'll kill another one. Alright, that's my go.
Cool. Guess I will.
None of us have anything particularly effective at dealing with minions.
Do you think I'd clear, like, do the one thwart with Miss Marvel and then clear the area to draw
He
the
could,
card?
or use speed to do the thwart. I don't know.
It's a little awkward if I use speed. Just
I guess you could kill stuff instead if you prefer.
It's awkward.
I guess it depends if your plan is to kill Thomas Edison or not. That'll change what you do here.
I guess I do need to kill him.
In that case, you probably want to kill both these drones and then big hands him or something.
It's awkward, but do you want me to just like clear out a couple of these guys?
If you can.
I mean, it's not optimal. I'm like overkilling them, but it seems like that's the thing we're doing lately. It's just overkilling. So that's it. Seems like we're turning the corner. I'll be right back.
And then everyone decides. Or is it only people in here? Each player. I'll make a drone.
So will I.
Poem, you want a drone or 2-threat on the ski?
He must have stepped away. I'm going to make an executive decision to give him a drone.
Okay. All right. So he will scheme for just his
Back.
2, and then the 4 drones, so 6.
He attacks me. I get a drone. Does someone have a convenient defender? Otherwise, I'm just going to eat this, I think.
Yeah, I'll just defend with one of these guys with Miles.
Good call. He did. I get 2 more.
Get schemed on. 2 + 1.
Counter card to Pietro.
Get his armor. Exhaust each persona. For each support exhausted, the villain heals 1.
So he healed 2.
Yep, I did it.
Each drone engaged with me attacks. Oh, 2 damage. Surge. Yeah, I hate that one.
Is that the one where everyone makes a drone?
Yeah, and then it gets +1 for each drone. It's going to be a lot.
13 on there. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think 14. Need Spider-Man for that thing.
I can put him on the bottom.
That might be a good call.
Actually, no, I can't. Because Amir's exhausted.
All
Bummer.
right. My first this time.
I might just have to ignore the side scheme. 14 threat.
Yeah, unless you get a Spider-Man out.
Yeah, I think that might be way for Spider-Man. Let's do contaminant immunity.
You like that card. When you draw it, you play it. That's the second time you've played that.
I mean, if you're getting beat on a lot like I am, it's pretty good. It's a good heal. Let's heal Warlock. And then it's either Clea or Med Team. I think the Med Team's pretty good. Let's go Med Team.
Yeah, the Captain Marvel needs it.
I mean, I could use it for probably Scarlet Witch, I think. Let's heal Scarlet Witch. I can get Captain Marvel next time. All right, so I've played only green. So I'm at 2. Let's kill that. Kill both of these.
This Warlock is going crazy, dude.
Kill these 2. Yeah, this Voltron Warlock's pretty fun. All right, that's it for me. Unless I want to... I think I already flipped. I forget. I'm fine either way.
I guess I have to figure out if this is a... I think this is actually my Nick Fury. So my Teen Spirit won't really work here.
Actually, I think I will flip. Yeah, that's a good call.
It's awkward.
How are your Star Wars things coming along? Any things since R2?
Nah, R2 was the latest thing.
That's it. End of turn.
All right. So I can do things this turn for sure. I'll start with some discarding. That's Serval. There's like nothing I want to put. Yeah, forget it. Flip. Max velocity. And it feels like such a waste to hit these guys for 4. I can do friction and toss Clea to get rid of vibranium armor. Actually, not Clea, but Mockingbird. Ordering chaos to always be running. Whatever. We just want some control. Wait, no. Mockingbird, not Clea. I counted right the first time. And that readies me. Kill this one. Play Mockingbird. I'll kill one of your drones. I'll kill both of your drones. And we've got an almost perfectly clean board.
Alright, we have assault on NORAD.
Did you get +5?
That is correct.
Okay.
I'll make it.
Okay, he'll attack me. I'll make
He
a drone.
schemes against me first.
Oh, sorry. It's actually stunned against me.
Yep. Then he'll attack me. Mocking. I'll defend against a drone. Which draws me a card. And then I'll take one.
Oops, sorry. I did it backwards again. I don't know why I have it in my head that I'm first.
Oh no, that robot.
Each persona and ally. 6, I believe.
I've got 4.
think 7.
So each discard 7 cards.
Oh, there's another ally. That's the rest of my deck, which means I get another encounter card.
Likewise.
So we backtrack to you now.
I think it's Woo's turn to reveal encounter cards. I can just eat this on like speed.
Okay, but he still does. Still discard.
So I think he still makes a drone for you.
Discard the top card of your deck for each day. Yeah, so he will make you discard.
He's gonna make me discard. Okay.
He deals damage to whatever.
So what he's got?
Does 5.
You discard 5 cards.
Spider-Man. This doesn't really matter what I discard. Look at all these justice cards. What the heck?
Everyone makes.
Okay. I guess big hands make sense. So does Nick Fury. Guess you've got a Fury. You plan on playing that guy?
Only if you don't.
I mean,
There is a couple things that are worth getting rid of: his attachment and the upgraded drones.
that is true. Boy. Quite the puzzle. Is anybody feeling like the environment is the way that they're planning on going?
I can do the environment.
I guess I could get the upgrade.
It's just so awkward. Like, I can't. I want to like starting in hero form is just a train wreck.
Yep.
Oh, it's a thwart event. Ugh. Man. Are we gonna try to do the attacks on Wise Ass? Or are we waiting on that? Guess it doesn't really matter right now. Sorry, I'm taking so long and floundering, but I think I just don't really the big hands doesn't really do anything right now. There's just a bunch of little fucking drones. Like, who cares about that?
Yeah, it only really matters against the robot.
I could just flip and plan to play Mockingbird and like get rid of the environment or something. Seems decent.
The environment has to be getting rid of in hero form.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the environment first right now. In hero form. And then I'm gonna flip and plan to play the Mockingbird.
Do you have the like +1 thwart card in your deck?
Me? My hero to get +1 thwart?
For my hero to get +1.
Oh no, I didn't. I forgot to do that. I forgot I was playing with. Well, I had built this before and I wasn't thinking straight. Sorry about that.
I was just wondering if it was there.
This is one of those, like, I don't have to teen spirits. Like, what am I even gonna get? Looks like that's it for me. So it's Woo's turn, and sorry that turn took so long.
No worries. Alright. Max velocity. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep the Quinn carrier. I'm gonna start with Scarlet Witch Thwart here for 2. Okay, so I'll finish that off. Alrighty. 1, 2. So many resource cards. 3. Where's the drone environment? Oh, you got rid of the drone environment.
I did.
So this requires mental.
I think you would need the night nurse that you spent.
Yeah. Awkward.
Might as well overpay.
Yeah. Okay. So mental. Then always be running. Energy barrier. Do you want me to thwart 4 here?
No, I'm gonna be in the Spider-Man really soon, so just go to the main scheme.
I'm done.
Okay. A little late, Maria Hill. Sky Cycle's good, though. Oh, I wonder if I even want to go for Maria Hill here.
I just set up your guys.
Let's go. Thwart 3. Team Captain Marvel. Sky Cycle for Captain Marvel. Don't need the pheromones. Let's do a reinforced suit on Captain Marvel. Heal Warlock. Oh, those are hero resources. I flip before I do that. I played a blue card.
We'll say that you flip before you play the blue cards too.
I actually don't think that matters. I'm going to kill the drone anyway.
I think it does.
Wait, why? Are they 1 health?
It's an interrupt.
No, what I mean is I'm only dealing 1 damage
Oh,
anyway.
I see.
this drone and that drone. Kill this drone. That drone. Yeah, sure. Kill the last drone. Alright, that's it.
Assaults on NORAD. Okay. He's stunned against Quicksilver.
Yep.
Still get hit by the drone though.
Now I'll just block and draw a card.
Alright. Sure, I'll block with Fury. Just let the drone eat the tough.
Okay. Got this environment again, don't we?
Still not Spider-Man.
Wait, that doesn't kill it. One, two, three. Exhaust.
I don't think you have to exhaust for that one.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm not exhausted. Then I'll kill this. Okay.
Alright. Let's use Captain Marvel. Ready her and use her again. Heal Captain Marvel. Let's go Contaminant. Thwart for 2. Kill a drone. All right, that's it. Helicarrier and a mansion are both available.
I'll take the mansion. Jeez, Louisiana.
Wrong Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, that's good in Teen Spirit.
I thought for sure Spider-Man was going to get discarded there.
I wanted to discard him so I could put him on the bottom with a mirror, dude.
Well, maybe
Guess
this
I
time,
won't.
now you'll draw him with a mirror.
Yeah, maybe. Guess I'll say damage. Come on, big money, no whammies. Hey!
Hey!
It finally happened. Let's say does 9. Clear out a spot. And then, so what do I want to do? I guess I have to kill. So, let me just walk this back. So, is there a world where I can like do 9 of the threat on the side scheme with Spider-Man and then like somehow get the rest? I have to get this with my hero, right? Oh, it can be with an event. Yeah, I'd have to like get terrible value out of sneak buy or something to turn the tide. Looks like. I don't even, I'm just talking to myself. Sorry, guys.
I mean, playing a snake buy is not so bad anyways when you got Sons of Justice Polymer Suit.
Yeah.
It's basically free.
Okay, so
Your real decision point here is, are you killing the robot or not?
let's go ahead and clear out this guy. That gives me a drone. And then let's go ahead and kill the drone.
I think you can kill the robot.
And then I'm gonna do 2.
You have to spend a mental to be able to hurt him.
Okay, let's do that.
I think you could just double turn the tide that guy and that would kill him.
Oh, like not play Spider-Man?
No, like you hit him for 2, you didn't need to. You've got 8 damage, would turn the tide.
Oh, okay. So should I just hit the boss? The 2?
Or thwart.
Okay. I guess thwart this side. Send the Spider-Man. Kills it. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so you want me to get rid of this, the Spider-Man, and then I can turn the tide twice. Or sorry, that just exhausts and I play this card twice. And that does 3, and then the second time I can embiggen.
Yeah. So did we win?
You guys want to call it there? I know Mcbober usually likes the payoff.
You like the fail?
You guys are just about to set up.
I mean, it's over, right? We're just now the board is completely empty. And Ultron is just a giant meat shield. He's got way too much health. He's got 66 in phase 1, and what is it? It's 81 in phase 2.
If you guys want to call it, I guess that's okay.
All right. Well, sorry for not putting that extra thwart upgrade in my deck. Should have done that. But what'd you guys think of Warlock? Talk about him real quick. How did he do?
He felt pretty good. I don't know if this finesse interaction works the way we did it, but if it does, that's quite a strong combo.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't, based on just how cards in their game work.
I mean, is there an example of a similar effect or card?
Well, yeah, Quinn Carrier, right? Like Quinn Carrier says makes a resource. That says make it for a card, right? It like specifies.
Could you use Quinn Carrier to heal your Warlock?
Yes.
Yeah, I do have Quinn Courier in the deck. It was just already in place.
Well, I'm just saying, like it. That's a good example of why you would be able to use finesse.
No, because Quinn Carrier doesn't specify to spend it on a card. It just makes a resource. Spending something on a card is not the same as spending something on a card's ability. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm like 99.9% sure you should be able to use it to pay for abilities. But I understand where the like vagueness comes from, because
It seems like this card would be made for something like this, like an aspect card that has a cost that you have to pay a certain type of resource to use. That's like the point of it.
Well, the point of it
One
is
of
that
the
most
points.
of the cards in her deck are aspect cards, so it's basically just the Super Soldier Serum.
I don't think there's anything in here that would make it so you wouldn't be able to do this. Generate a wild resource for an aspect card.
Some for the rules guys to figure out.
I mean, they love these questions. You go post right now, I bet you'll get a response in minutes.
They're not going to be able to point to anything in the rule book or anything like that. This is just like an undefined card.
I mean, they might have asked this question.
Asking the guy on some shit like private message is like, it doesn't even work in this game anymore, because like there's two different guys that make the game and then they say different shit. So like that method of like determining the rulings like doesn't work. Am I right about that? They like don't even agree on some of the rules interpretations. That's what we've.
I haven't noticed that because I don't really follow what they say individually. So
I don't know anymore. I think it works.
you want it to work. It's different.
I actually think that it should, in the way it's worded. The only thing that people are going to say in the rules forum is what they think, not some ruling. That's, they're everyone's going to have an opinion.
What is a card defined as? Because you're paying a resource for a card is not the same as paying a resource for an ability. Right? A card is what you pay when you play the card.
This card needs this guy needs a resource.
Yeah, but it's the ability on the card. It's not the like. That's why I don't see it.
I see where you both are coming from. I could see how it could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how it could go either way. I just like, based on how like my interpretation of the game, there's just like no way that they intended that to mean. Like in my mind, there's just no way that's what they intended you to be able to use it on like abilities on cards.
I didn't see you post in the main rules area of the global Discord, Mcbober. So, which
Discord are you looking at?
Like the Marvel Champions LCG community server.
Yeah, I don't really post on there very much.
Where did you post in the
Oh, you went
homebrew?
on,
Or
you did it on the
No,
side
the
stream?
Sides Game Discord. That's usually where I talk to people about this game.
that's where the guy that was on this show Friday was from that podcast. The one
Which
that
guy?
were on your stream Friday, was he from the side scheme? No, he's
Series?
Alter Ego,
Yeah, he's on the Alter Egos podcast, and he
which
has
I
it
guess
on
isn't
YouTube.
really a podcast anymore. But... right, they stopped.
I can stop recording. Thanks
I
for watching.
think the
everyone.
official story is they're on break.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't like trying to insult anything. I just thought they stopped like being. I thought that because they hadn't made new episodes. No disrespect to anybody.
No, I think Remedy's just busy working. You know, pandemic. He's a doctor.
Yeah, no,
I can
like,
see it.
Shit's going down, and just
We might need to cut off the end of this video anyway.
Well, I don't think anybody made it this far, but if they did, they're my hero. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone.